my name is Kathleen Cruse, and I'm a data manager. In my job, I have to process large amounts of text, sometimes edit graphics, and sometimes I have to edit photos also. And I'd like to show you 3 different techniques that makes my job easier. Thanks. Let's say that you want to open and steal some graphics that are in a PDF. So right now I have opened Photoshop and I'm going to open a PDF, but I'm only going to take out a few pages out of the PDF, and I have them selected now. So I hit OK, and now you can see up here that all those pages are now in Photoshop. But when you look at the pictures, you can tell that the background is clear and you can't really see the artwork. So if you wanted to put the background in, you would have to go under Layer, hit New Layer, say OK. Now the layer appears over here, and then you would want to fill the layer. You want to fill it with the background color, which is white, and hit OK. And now the white layer is above the artwork, so you have to drag it down, and now you can see your artwork. Well, that's very tedious and very slow, especially if you have a lot of graphics to consider. So in Photoshop there's a way to make an action, and actions save you a lot of time. And I've made an action down here that tells the computer to make any graphic that I select, and I run the action on it, to put a white background in the back. So I'll show you what that does as far as time's concerned. So you go over here and you have the same problem. Now you just select your action and you say run the action, and boom, you've got a white background. You go to the next picture and you run the action again and you have a white background. So as you can see, this saves you a tremendous amount of time if you have a lot of graphics to process. So that's just one little trick I learned. And of course you can do batch runs on these kind of things too, but that's another issue. Let's say that you have a manual and all you have is a PDF and you don't have any editable copy. You lost it or you inherited it or something. Well, a new function that Adobe Acrobat has is you can go up here to File and you can say Save As, and you can say Microsoft Word and Word document. And now this is going to save a Word document for you. So let's see what that looks like. It's going to take a little bit of time to perform the export, and it's not perfect, but it's pretty good, and it will take all the text in the PDF and change it to an editable format, and it's pretty clean. So that's quite a time saver, as opposed to trying to cut and paste from a PDF and keep the columns separated from the other columns. So it's almost finished exporting now, so let's just see what it looks like when it comes up on the screen. Okay, our manual has finished transposing into Word, and here's our file. So we just double click it and let's see what it looks like. Okay, it opened in Microsoft Word. Now let's take a look at it. Let's see how it translated from just a plain PDF. Let's see, we're going to go to the next page. Okay, and let's see. Well, it's all editable. Let's scroll down. Let's take a look at the table of contents. This was in column format, so yep, it's you can select it and it's still in column format. It doesn't go all the way across the page. That's nice. Yep, you can see that it came across very clean. So that is very helpful if you need to transpose a PDF document into something editable. Here's a really cool thing to be able to do. This is a JPEG that's been saved in Photoshop. But let's say this JPEG is something that you don't have the original artwork for, you've stolen it out of a PDF, and now you'd like to use it in a Microsoft Word document or some other desktop publishing application. But you don't have the original artwork, so when you paste it in, it's going to look very poor. It's going to lose quality. So if you're lucky enough to have the application Adobe Illustrator like I do, what you can do is go to Adobe Illustrator and open it up. And then you open the file in Illustrator. Okay. And here is your file. There it is. And you can see how grainy and pixelated it is. The text is really poor. But what you can do is use the image trace tool. After you select it, so you get your selection tool, you select the graphic, and then you run image trace. You can use the black and white button here, and voila. Now you might not be able to tell a difference, but this is now a vector graphic. It won't lose quality from this point on. It can be resized, it can become bigger or smaller, and it will stay the same in quality. If you go over here to tracing result and click outlines, you can see the outlines that Adobe Illustrator has generated to make this vector graphic. So we're going to return it to the tracing result, and now you hit the expand button up here, and now you can see all the editable points of this vector graphic. And so of course you're going to remove this text that looks terrible, but and then you can retype it, but your illustration won't lose quality from this point on.